you and me in the camera or the mirror, and real voice teachers don't chew gum while they're teaching. Maybe one day I'll get to have lessons with someone like that. So
I only ever chew bubble gum. I can't do any other kinds.
Oh, I wish that's what I had.
I think it's because of my jaw.
Oh.
Gum irritates it, so if I'm going to chew gum, it has to be gum I'm super into.
You have to
and
really like it.
I can't blow bubbles with any other gum.
Yeah, well, okay, it's in the name. So, I want to work on your inhale a little bit, and so I want to try a couple different things and see which one works. So, try breathing in and just put your hands on your tummy like this and see if you can feel your tummy expand as you inhale. Like this, I'll show. Or you can see from the side, that's how you can really tell. So, do you see how? Do it again. There. And then just like let the air out, however, we're not working on the exhale right now. There. So now feel my tummy again. So here's my belly button, and I'm putting your hand right above my belly button, and that's where I want the expansion. Yeah. Oh, the way that sounded is what we want. So if you don't mind me touching you. Oh, yeah. Okay. No. So I'm going to open my mouth like this. It's just like I'm yawning. So like put your hands on your tummy and try to yawn. Do it again. Let's see. After you let the air out, yeah. Let me feel. Better. Yeah. And so now let's think of the shape you're making and see if this is helpful. So open your mouth in the front, which is the thing we were talking about before. Tip of your tongue against roots of your lower teeth. Corners in. Jaw down. That's the front shape. The back shape is lifting your soft palate. Do you know what that means? I can't remember what we talked about. It's the stretched open in the back feeling where your uvula is.
Yeah.
If you were looking with a flashlight, we would see the uvula retract and the soft palate would go up in the back. And the base of your tongue can sink down at the same time. So front opens, all the way to the back opens, and then the throat can open as well. So it's sort of like a opening all the way back. If you do that, do you feel the air rush in?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would have to somehow find a way to stop the air from coming in. It wants to rush in. So it's like if you put a glass under a faucet, turn the water on, you see the water go down to the bottom of the cup and then fill up from bottom to top. That's what we're trying to do with our air here, sort of, right? So we open to create the space, open from the front to the back, open the throat, and then allow the abdominal wall to to release, which will make your tummy pop out, is another way of thinking of it. So it's like the cause is the opening up here at the front of your vocal tract. Yes, and you hear that sound, that low-pitched sound, as opposed to which is a constricted sound. A higher pitched sound comes from a more constricted space. So we want a wide open space. That's what I can usually tell without even looking at my voice student before they begin singing if the sound is going to be good or not, because I can hear or it could be low pitched or it can be silent, just like a yawn. So let's try a couple more of those. And we don't want this to move. So we don't want where we fill up all the way from bottom to top, and you can hear my speaking voice. Why? What does my voice sound like when I filled up that much? Do you have a word?
Squeakier? I guess tense.
Strained and tense. Yes. It's too much. We have a tiny instrument, so we just need enough air, not too much. So if you see this and that is not going to be helpful for us. So you're not trying to hold your chest and shoulders still. They just stay there. They don't need to move. And then you're not forcing like this. Like I could force my tummy out with my muscles, whether I'm breathing or not. But like that is not what we're looking for. We're looking for a cause and effect, and then this just stays still. So let me feel one more time. Yes, Inara. Okay, so that is what I want to hear and see every time you breathe when you sing, because I want that shape to stay in place back from here back the whole time you're singing. You have to change the front part, like this can't always be like that, but the back part could stay open like that the whole time, and that will make your sound so much even more beautiful than it already is. And so the reason this is called the surprise party breath is because you can imagine you walked into a surprise party, all the people you love best in the world planned for you, the decorations are exactly what you would have picked. There's a gorgeous cake, your favorite flavor, because they know what you like. And they went to a lot of trouble to make this party exactly what you would want. And you feel very happy when you walk into the room. And you are also surprised, and you go, it's a surprise party breath. And that's just the inhale. Now the second half is the candle blow exercise, which is where you then contract like this, opposite of what you did to inhale. So I just want you to think about when you're exhaling like that, keep the open space back here. Don't let the throat close. Don't let the back of the throat collapse like you're not yawning anymore, right? So let's just try a couple of those. Release, contract. And that's how you try to blow out the birthday candles. So you're surprised and happy. Do you feel the stretch open feeling in the back as you're exhaling? Good. And then the next step, you could do this as warm up. We've done the siren, right? Inhale just like that, but instead of blowing the air out, we'll do a siren and try to still keep the lift in the back. So we release. Right? So if you could do that, like do a couple surprise party breaths, do a couple candle blows, do a siren or two, and then try to sing the song and try to keep that stretched open yawn feeling in the back the whole time, and every time you breathe, if I was watching you, I'd say that authoritative breath we were talking about before, every time. I just want that to become your default inhale. What are you teaching here? Hard to say. I'm teaching you how to breathe. It doesn't seem like a thing you would need lessons in, but it's harder than you would